Welcome to Mic'd Up Magic with Austin and Katelyn. You are listening to episode 12, Our Disney Hot Takes, where we will be sharing some of our Disney hot takes. We hope you enjoy.
That is, yes, correct.
I didn't know really what to write for that one. I was like, it's very clear
It's our hot takes.
What it is. So today, hey everyone.
We
Welcome
are
back.
coming at you from a Thursday evening.
A ripe 7:28 p.m. on the 4th of July.
Merca.
Happy America Day, everybody.
Yep.
No, it's not called America Day.
It's not, but
What's it
you
called?
can call it America Day.
What's it called?
The 4th of July?
Yeah, but don't they have like...
Independence Day?
Oh, Independence Day. Because we just call it Canada Day.
And
us.
I think they call it Independence Day, right?
I think so.
Who cares?
Just some two stupid Canadians over here.
Who cares?
Don't say that. Goodness. Wow.
I'm just kidding.
You can't hate on America because we spend a lot of our money in that country.
Oh, yeah. On a monthly basis.
On a monthly basis, baby. Anyways, yes. So today we are sharing our Disney hot takes. First of all, I loved that episode. I thought it was so fun when we shared last time.
It was very fun.
We were reacting to all of your hot takes. So if you missed that episode, go check it out. But instantly, as soon as we did it, I just thought, you know what? We have to share our own because
it's only fair.
We sat here and we ripped you guys apart, the ones who shared your hot takes. So it is time for us to be ripped.
Sure. Sure. Anyways, let's move on to Disney news.
Disney news, baby. Okay.
It was pretty hot and heavy.
Hang on here. Okay, so the first Disney news topic that I'm going to just discuss here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
This was announced literally the day I think that we posted our last podcast. So it has been about 2 weeks since this news has come out, about a week and a half from when we're filming it. And you know what? I kept my comments to myself online because everybody and their mother was sharing their comments about this Disney news. And I said, I'm just gonna save it for the pod because this is pod worthy. Okay.
Yep.
Disney, for some godforsaken reason, has taken away quite literally the best quick service breakfast that you can have in any park. The fresh fruit waffle from Sleepy Hollow. And not only just the fresh fruit waffle, they also took away the spicy chicken waffle, which we never got to try. So anyways, Here's the thing. Disney, because I know somebody surely listening to this works for a head office corporate, you know. Surely corporate's listening to this.
Confident.
What on this God's green earth are you doing to the food in Disney World? What are you doing? Why are you taking these things away? These are literally, I'm saying these. The fresh fruit waffle, the hush puppies, which are a side point because they did bring them back, I guess, or something. I saw it literally posted today.
No idea.
They also have taken away the jelly donut sandwich, which we again have never tried, but do have some friends that just rave and review about this sandwich.
Corey.
And Brandon likes it too. He's a big fan of that one as well.
Yeah, true.
But seriously, what are you doing? Why are you taking away these food items? They literally are replacing them with, I'm sure, freaking chicken fingers and a hamburger. What are you doing? Why? I am such a positive person when it comes to Disney. When Disney says we're going to change this, I say, you know what? Maybe I'm a little bit upset about that, but maybe they have this in mind. Maybe they're going to be doing something like this.
Yep.
This one, I can't. I have no idea in my very large brain. I have a large brain. I have no thoughts of why they would change it. Why they would get rid of it. They're not even changing it. They're getting rid of it. They have gotten rid of it. They've gotten rid of it. And they surprised us. They literally just one day, they just took it off the menu. They didn't even announce it. They didn't even say, we're unfortunately getting rid of this.
Yep.
What the hell?
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm really trying to keep my words to a minimum too, because I could use a lot more stronger words, but I'm still keeping this pod family friendly.
Yep.
But what the heck? What are you doing?
I know. It's the go-to. It was perfect, that fresh fruit waffle
And
sandwich situation.
And coming from Austin doesn't like a waffle. He's
Not a
not
big
a waffle
guy.
guy. He's not a pancake guy.
Now, in my positive brain that I've been using, the waffle that they still have there, they still do have a waffle that
Yeah,
has
it's
fruit on
trash.
it.
Yeah, but it's
It
trash.
looks decent.
It's trash.
I'm
Because
being
guess what?
positive.
Guess what? The fresh fruit waffle was a thin waffle. It had a ton
I know.
of hazelnut spread, and it had a ton of berries on it. Okay, it was such a
Delicious.
good deal. Also, it was a good deal. It was delicious. It was yummy. It filled you up.
And
it was
there's
so good.
nothing else to eat in Magic Kingdom for breakfast?
Literally, there is nothing to eat in Magic Kingdom in general.
Unless you got a reservation for Crystal Palace?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Like literally, what are you going to eat for breakfast? And like, I went as far as
Starbucks?
this. This is how I went as far.
Joffrey's?
I said to Austin on our walk the other day, I said, we're just not going to have breakfast anymore at any of the Disney parks. Like, I am rioting. And I said, you know what? We're going to order groceries on our next trip for breakfast. We won't even spend money for breakfast in Disney World. Other than there's maybe one singular sit down that we're going to do for breakfast. But that's separate.
Yeah.
I said, we'll buy coffee. And there you go. We'll buy a little coffee. But
Yeah.
what the frick are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're going to bring it back. I do.
The outrage has been just...
But here's my thing. All you people watching and listening, the people who are just listening, I'm pointing at you right now in the video, okay? If you're going to complain about stuff that Disney does, freaking tag them. Tag them in your stuff.
Damn.
Because everybody was posting it and they weren't tagging Disney. And I said, Disney ain't going to see it if you're not tagging them. Tag them. Tag them. Tag them. Tag them. Tag them. At them. Hashtag.
At Walt Disney World. At Disney Parks.
Don't be scared you're going to upset them. Tag them. Tag them.
Wow.
Especially some of you guys who have like a real following. Tag them.
Call them out.
Call them out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like they're going to bring it back. I'm hopeful, and I feel like they will.
This one's gotten quite the blowback. That's
I've
for
never
sure.
seen such an uproar
for
over a food item.
For a small, like a small thing.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a show or something that's changing.
Yeah.
It's literally a snack.
It's a treat. It's a breakfast.
Sheesh.
Anyways, all right. Sorry, guys. I really had to go on a tangent.
Starting this off on a good foot.
Okay. Other Disney news on a more positive note. The plushy headband ears have made their way to the East Coast. They are here at Walt Disney World. So these little ears, Ozzy, for anybody watching, you can maybe pop them up on the screen.
It'll be right here.
So these little ears, they came to, originally I believe they're from Tokyo or one of the Asia parks. They came to Walt Disney World a few months ago. Sorry, Disneyland a few months ago. And I think they were probably just trying to test them out to see how they did. Obviously, they did well because they're freaking adorable. And then now they have come to Walt Disney World. These plush earbands also, I will describe them for those listening. Mm-hmm. Basically, it is a headband. So it's a make your own. So you can buy the headband, which is $9.99. And then you can buy these little plushy heads of different Disney characters. Mm-hmm. And they have Velcro underneath of them. And you can Velcro them to the headband, so you can make your own headband. So like you could have Mickey and Minnie as like Mickey ears, or if you wanted to, you could have like Daisy and Donald, or you could do like Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, Donald. Like you could do 4. You know, it doesn't matter.
Or just one singular stitch,
or just one little stitch right on the middle of your head. Actually, I've seen a couple people posting they have regular Mickey ears and then they're putting a little character in the middle.
Genius.
So cute. So anyways, the little guys are $11.99 each. Yep. Each one of those little heads are $11.99 each.
But the possibilities are endless.
100%. But I said to Austin, we will be walking out of that store easily dropping $100. Easy. Like, and that's not even an exaggeration, because $9.99 for a headband. I want Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Chip and Dale, because those were the original ones I said that I wanted. So what's that at right there?
That's like $90.
There you go. So it's easy to drop your money there, but I'm excited for those. You will 1000% catch me in those. And they haven't sold out. those are something that like I'd be like, oh, they're gonna sell out right away, and they haven't yet of any of the
Fantastic.
characters or anything. So I'm thinking Disney is actually cluing in now, and they're actually using supply and demand properly, and they know that people will buy them, and they're actually buying for the quantity that they need, which is why I think they tested it in Disneyland first.
Yep.
Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Wow, you're just like on fire today.
This is
Very
what happens.
passionate.
This is what happens. We post a podcast.
We film a podcast.
And we say, there's not really much going on in Disney news right now.
Brr.
Posts on a Tuesday, right? Tuesday all day, just news after news after news. I'm like, oh my gosh, why?
You're not wrong.
So that's why. So now finally I have things to talk about. Okay, and then this is kind of random. So recently, this has been like not even just like recent, but like over the last few months, Disney has recently been doing resort specific merch, but not just like a t-shirt and a pin. Like they're doing like ears, they're doing lounge flies, they're doing like the Turvis tumblers, they're doing this. Animal Kingdom Lodge just released like a ton of nice stuff, like merch, and I like it. I like the idea that they're doing these like resort specific merchandise, like more things, and it's not just DVC resort merchandise, you know what I mean? Because some of those deluxe resorts, they have like, it just says DVC on them, and it's like, for people who aren't saying DVC,
no, 100%.
You know, like it'd be nice to have stuff.
No, because you can always stay at the resorts. So.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, I like it. I like the new idea. I like how they're theming it. I don't know how well like a bag is gonna sell. You know what I mean? Like a Loungefly bag of like Animal Kingdom Lodge. Like they're cute, but I wonder how well they're gonna sell. But
Well, I mean,
they have like, I think Old Key West has a whole line. I think Riviera has a whole line. Animal Kingdom Lodge now.
I think it does work. Like, I mean, I'm not really Old Key West. This doesn't really fall into that, but I think like the unique deluxe resorts, it's like easier to do that kind of stuff because they are more like themed. Very unique. Yeah. And so if that's their favorite resort, then they would walk around with a Loungefly bag.
That's fair.
Right.
That's fair. I wish the Riviera stuff was cuter.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really love the Riviera stuff, if I'm
unfortunate.
honest. But yeah, I know. Maybe one day they'll do a re-theme or something.
Yes.
All right. Well, that was the Disney news that I had.
Nice.
My biggest thing was the freaking fresh fruit waffle. I'm really upset about that, if I'm honest.
Yep. Yeah, not good.
Not good.
And actually, some local Disney news. This is coming out the week before we go to the Hamilton Pin event.
No, the week of.
Yeah, it's like the week. Like it's the same
coming
week.
Out Tuesday? This coming Saturday.
Yeah. The Hamilton Pin event. So this is the time in the summer where we do not have a table. We normally have a table in the spring and in the fall. Yeah. But us two and Heidi will be attending the Pin event.
Yeah.
Just for a couple hours, just to like check it out and see what's going on, and that'll be a fun day trip for us.
Yeah, and normally I can leave a link to the Facebook group that we're a part of, like where we get the information for the pin events, because a lot of people always message me and ask about it, and normally I don't post about it before. Like I normally post about the day of. So yeah, like if you are around the Hamilton area and you've never come to the pin event, come. It's very fun. You get you can spend a lot of money at that.
And there's lots of good stuff.
Yeah. So if you are a local pin fanatic or even just a Disney fan in general, there's like lots of merch that people sell there.
For sure.
It's a really fun time.
Yep.
All right. Let's jump into the hot takes. Would you like to start with the hot take?
I will start with the hot take.
Okay.
And I think it's one that's well known on my account.
Okay, I was on your account?
Like on my
in your presence?
For myself. It's well known.
I was gonna say just so you're aware, I'm gonna start with like my least like probably like my least like, just like casual ones, and then I'll probably build up.
Got it.
But watch my build up, people will be like, that's literally it's dumb.
Okay.
Okay, go.
My first one is going to be that I am a Small World hater.
So what's your hot take?
That Small World is could go, and I wouldn't.
That Small World could go.
I would not care.
Wouldn't care.
Nope.
Wow.
Put something more fun there.
I'm going to say, listen, I'm going to say to you, like, I get it.
This is also the Disney World Small World. Maybe Disneyland Small World I feel different because, like, it's such a more grand, like, you know, like
I feel like you still wouldn't.
Like, looking at it, though, like, it's a more cool building.
Yeah.
But I just, like, it's fine, I guess, but I don't have the nostalgia factor for Small World, and like
I think that's what it is.
Magic Kingdom like hurts a little bit for attractions and like as a park as a whole. Like it's not the best park is what I'm saying. Like it could use something that was like, whoa. Small World is not it.
You're hitting so many things right now. I'm just like, Magic Kingdom literally has the most attractions.
Okay, but we just finished saying in the last like every time we talk that Magic Kingdom is like the third best park probably.
Yeah, but that's just like as a whole.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think Magic Kingdom needs any more attractions. They
Something
have a lot
better than Small World.
But you need you need those smaller, chiller rides because it's a family park. You need to have the kids be able to do something.
Go on Peter Pan's right across the street. You got the carousel right down the road.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is my take on Small
Jungle
World.
Cruise, get a laugh.
I think regardless, it's like one of those ones that's like that is peak Disney. Like they are never getting rid of it. If they get rid of that, I actually think that's crazy because that is peak Disney.
They got rid of Splash Mountain.
That's not peak Disney.
That's like pretty Disney.
I disagree.
Tower of Terror in Disneyland?
I disagree. I don't think that's peak
Disney.
Disney.
Those are like Disney rides.
No.
Tower of Terror?
Yeah, but the premise of the ride is not like peak Disney.
You're saying like the actual ride, it's
like
the
Small World was like
ride.
at the World's Fair by Walt Disney.
Yeah,
they're not getting rid of that.
Carousel of Progress. Think they get rid of that?
No, I don't.
Really?
Really?
Interesting.
It's called Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. They are not getting rid of that. They are not.
I don't know. Like I get it. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm not that interested.
Okay, you can go sit.
I would live without it.
Then you can sit out next time. Also, anybody who watches our vlogs, every time we go on Small World, Austin says, I was forced on here. There is no forcing. We just say, let's do Small World. And then Austin goes, okay. And then we get on the boat, and then he makes a big scene and says, oh, I hate this ride. I'm a grumpy guy. And then he falls asleep. So
no, not on the ride. That's
yes,
dangerous.
I have video footage of you going like this.
Well, it's
So, to each their own. I get it, but I don't think Small World is in the category of like would love to see it go. I think there's way better rides that they could yeet.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't love to see it go because I do know like it is one of those classic rides. But
yeah, and you go on it every trip.
For me, like I don't need to go on it every trip though. I wouldn't be like, oh no, we didn't do Small World. How upsetting. Like I wouldn't even think about it, to be completely honest.
Okay, good.
I'm just saying.
I can't have a Disney trip without going on Small World.
There you go.
Like it is peak Disney.
To you.
You're crazy. Austin, before we started this also, he goes, my hot takes aren't very good.
They're not.
I'm like, okay, well, that obviously is a good hot take. That's annoying.
I guess.
All right.
Now you're rattled.
Yeah, I am. Okay, my turn. Now I feel like mine aren't good. Because you're going to be like, yup, and then we're just going to continue. Okay, my first one. I told you I started with the worst ones. Okay, my first one. That midday breaks are a must.
They are a must.
Like, I believe that they are a must.
Yep.
Even if you are going once in your life. Like, even if you have people down your throat telling you, you need to do everything. You need to get on this ride and you need to stay all day and you need to do this and do this and do this.
It's not worth it.
It is not worth it. Even if you take...
Listen.
No. Listen to me first. First of all.
I'm
Listen to
getting
me.
the finger right now,
Listen to me,
guys,
first of
if
all.
you're just listening.
Even if you take an hour and a half, like just
Yeah.
like, and that includes like getting on the bus, going, sitting at your resort for 30 minutes and then going back again, even that, it makes a difference. I am telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, because the other thing too is you're not going to get that much done in the middle of the day anyways.
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth it to swelter and stand in a line and just feel gross. Like, just go back, change clothes,
Yeah.
freshen up, maybe jump in the pool for 20 minutes. Like, you feel so much better.
And like, and I hear people doing like, they say like, oh, instead of taking like a midday break and leaving the park, just, you know, go find somewhere to sit for an hour. Like,
No.
I don't even agree with that.
Why
like,
not? What? Just go back.
Yeah, just go back. Like, I get maybe wanting to like eat something better than like your resort food, but like have your lunch and then leave. Like, you know, like have lunch there and then leave.
I do get it for people, like if you're going, let's say it's a 4-day trip and you're doing 1 day at each park.
Yeah.
Like, I get not wanting to leave.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the parks don't take a full day anyways, but that's the case where I would understand. Like, if you're going on a trip and you have 1 day allocated per park, and you don't want to leave because you want to get as much done as possible, I get it in that sense, because you can't do the thing where the first time we go to Hollywood Studios, we're gonna go ride Slinky right away, so then we don't have to wait in a long line. And then the second time we go, we're gonna go do Rise, right? Like, if you don't have that and you're only going once, I get trying to kind of push through and do everything that you can and spend the whole day. But if that's not the case, or if you're not fussed on getting every single of the big rides done, like, and it also depends how busy it is, right? Because even if it's an off-peak time, you can still take that break and get everything done.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like,
and this is coming truly from people that used to not do the midday break. The first, what would you say, the first like two trips we did,
I was gonna say,
I think we didn't really do a midday break.
Maybe a few days, but
yeah, like maybe there was like 2 days out of like, you know, a 10-day trip that we took like an hour. And I used to be like, I need to, like, I'm spending the money. I need to spend all my time in Disney, whatever.
Yep.
But by the end of the trip, like, you're starting to get burnt out. So it's like, if you're not even having, not that I'm not having fun while I'm there, but like, you know, if you're not fully feeling energized and ready to be in the parks, it's like, what's the use? Why not just take the extra hour of your day to go back? And like, I'm telling you, like, I'm not a napper. Like, I'm not saying go back and take a nap. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not saying go back and take a nap. Like, Austin, yes, he wants to go back and take a nap. Totally fine. I don't like to nap anytime in my life, so especially not at Disney. Like, I feel like that, but like, we'll go back and like Austin will nap, and then I'll go fill up our resort mugs, and then I'll go pin trade, and then I'll look around the store, and then I'll walk back. And like, that's enough of a break for me, because even though I'm still walking and I'm doing whatever, it's like, oh, even though I'm still walking and doing whatever, it's like I'm getting less stimulated from in the parks and all the people that are there. Like, when you're at your hotel in the middle of the day, there's like nobody. Like, there's people, but there's like nobody. So, you know, or just, jumping in the pool for 20 minutes, or having a shower. Oh my God, a shower and changing your clothes.
Oh.
Like, just like a 40-minute break just to go back, shower, change your clothes. It seriously makes a world of a difference. So if you don't normally do a midday break, I would recommend to try it out.
And especially like it just makes it even more of like a point of, you have to do it if you're staying on the Skyliner, or you're staying on the monorail loop, or like
that really makes
any
a huge
resort
difference.
that is that easily accessible to a park. Like, you just have to do it. Like, it you don't lose that much time. You can go, if you're on one of those loops, you can even go to a different park in the afternoon, and it's like so easy. Like, it just gives you so much more value for your time, and you just feel so much better at the end of the day when you've been able to change your clothes and have a shower and sit down for 30 minutes and kind of reload.
But that is so how we plan it too. Like, the parks where we're able to, especially the Skyliner, mostly the Skyliner parks, and especially if we're staying on the Skyliner, we'll have those as like our shorter break days because it's like it's so quick, like it's a quick little whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then, you know, for Animal Kingdom, let's say it's a trek to get to most of the resorts, so it's like that's the day where it's like that's why we do end up taking a half day, because it's like, okay, well, we'll bus back from Animal Kingdom and then we'll just get on the Skyliner so that we can go quickly to the next park, you know? Like we'll take a little bit of a longer break because we have to, because of how long the bus takes and whatever, but then we can just like pop on wherever and go. So it's, you just kind of have to use the system, but I really recommend taking the midday breaks. And like, you don't have to do it every single day, but like every other day, maybe every third day.
Yeah.
Like,
and like the other kind of point to make is it doesn't work if you get into the parks at 10 o'clock.
No, yeah, you have to, exactly. If you're somebody who doesn't like to get up and get going really early, okay, maybe the midday break doesn't work for you, but also maybe you're a little bit more well rested than we are.
Well, but then the point, I think, if that's the case, is you're taking the break at the start of the day.
Yeah.
Because we're taking advantage of rope drop.
Yeah.
And that extra time, but you're sleeping in.
Yeah.
So like it's either way, you're taking that time where you're not in the park, and you technically, I guess, could be.
Yeah.
But I think the midday is just a better way to do it because you can get so much done at rope drop.
Yeah.
Which we're not really going to talk too much about rope drop because I don't think either one of us thinks it's a hot take that rope dropping is like the way to do it.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of one little thing I want to also add.
Yeah.
Okay, so my second one, you're going to roll your eyes big time.
Okay, let's see.
But the best part for me about, I'm going to say 9 out of 10 of the shows on Disney property is that I get to sit down and have a little snooze. At least just a rest.
That's your hot take?
Most of the time I'm snoozing. The best part about the shows is that it's nap time.
Your midday break.
It's a second break for me sometimes, depending on what time we go to these shows.
Oh my god!
It's just, I don't know. It's like a funny one because I do end up falling asleep every time we go to a show. Like no matter how hard I try, I think I can make it through the Frozen one because it's like more
interactive,
fun and like entertaining and like fun. They're all fun and entertaining.
I think the one you've slept the hardest at, and we literally have not gone back to it, partly because it's been closed for a while, but was the Nemo show. When we went and did the Nemo show, like I swear to God, we sat down in our seats and like I like maybe checked my phone for like a second, and then I went to turn to Austin to talk to him. The thing hadn't even started, and he was like literally like head down, completely asleep, and I was like, Oz, and he literally did not wake up. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave him because obviously he needs the rest right now.
I think Muppets too. Muppets is another good one.
Well, Muppets, you go in there and it's dark already. Like, you know, it's like it's dark, it's air conditioned. Those seats, you sit low and far back.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Muppet Show?
No, I think when we went, did we go with Brandon and Heidi to see it? I think you fell asleep. I think I survived. Maybe I had like a little doze off period, but I survived for most of it that time.
Yeah.
Because I do remember most of the show.
Okay, that's good.
But
before that, you didn't.
No. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Any of those ones where you got to put the 3D glasses on?
Oh, PhilharMagic? Oh. Yeah. No, it's just one of those things. I don't know. It's so hot and humid and you're so tired. That's long fair. Days. You sit in a comfy chair in AC and it's dark and it just,
It's fair.
Every time.
Maybe you also have like sleep apnea or something though.
It's very possible.
Could be a sign.
It's very possible.
Yeah. So
I quite literally can fall asleep anywhere, anytime.
So if you are out there with your spouse or your significant other or your friends and you're feeling like you need a little bit of a break, recommend a show. Say, hey guys, let's go check out this show. And everybody else will be like, oh yeah, good idea.
Sounds
let's
fantastic.
Go. And then you can have a little snooze for 30 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, my next one is that park hopper is always worth it.
Every time.
I really cannot believe how many people I see online saying that they don't use park hopper, they don't buy park hopper tickets, they don't think park hopper is worth it. Wow. And like I see people that'll say like they'll be like, oh, park hopper is worth it if you're doing like maybe like a 3-day trip or something. And then they're like, but maybe not for a longer trip. I'm like, guys, the longer trips are the best times to have it because especially now that you can park hop again at any time in the day. Oh my God. Like you literally can just go do the one ride that you didn't like, you know, but Ugh. Okay.
Whoa.
Let's say you're there for 8 days, right? So you've done your first 4 days in your parks. You've gotten what you want done. Maybe you missed 1 or 2 things at different parks. So now on your, 5th and 6th day, you can say, okay, we only need to get Everest done at Animal Kingdom. So you go to Animal Kingdom, you rope drop, you do Everest. You probably can get a bunch of other stuff done. By 10 o'clock. You can be like, okay, see you later. And then you can go to Epcot and get whatever else done that you need to get to do. Or you can jump and get on like a Guardians Fast Pass or whatever, right? Like stuff like that. Oh, I'm just realizing for Disney news, we never talked about the changing of Genie Plus, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
that's true.
Whatever. But yeah, so you can do all that. Now my brain's scrambly. Yeah, park hopper.
Yeah.
So you can get way more stuff done because you're not confined to a day. Because like really, some people, I'm not agreeing with this because this is something that I'm going to talk about later. But some people think that there are certain parks that are only half-day parks. So it's like, okay, so if you're buying a full-day ticket, people won't even go to said parks because they're like, oh, it's only half day. I'm going to waste a ticket. Well, how about you get a freaking park hopper and then that way you can do your half day and then you can spend the rest of your half day in another park.
Yeah. And it's also a good thing for, like, specifically with Epcot, I think it's very good because, one, you have Guardians. So obviously everyone wants to ride Guardians every chance they can. So you can go there and do that and leave. But also, if there's always a festival going on of some sort, so you can go to a park in the morning and then you can hop to Epcot and do Food and Wine or Flower and Garden or whatever. Like it's because those are things where you're not worried about lines or like waiting in a queue that you didn't get to right first thing in the morning, right? Like these are things that go on later in the day that you still have an opportunity to do no matter what time you get to the park at.
Also nighttime shows.
Yeah.
Like think
That's
of this.
another big one.
If you're staying at a full day, let's say at Epcot, and you're like, oh, I don't like the Epcot fireworks, and then you end up going home early or something. It's like if you want to maximize your time, even having that park hopper literally just to go to Magic Kingdom or go
Skyliner over and watch Fantasmic.
Yeah, go to Hollywood Studios and watch Fantasmic. It's like that makes a huge difference. And like really, I will just always remember like when we went on our trip, I think it was with Brandon we didn't go on the trip with Brandon and Heidi. They went on a trip without went without us, but it wasn't like, I'm not saying it like they went without us. It was like they went without us.
Did they go with their other friends?
Probably.
Uh-oh.
No, they were like, whatever trip they went on, and it was like their first time using Park Hopper. I remember them telling us, they're like, it literally feels like you have double the amount of time on your trip by having Park Hopper. Yeah. And I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, because like, again, we've just been kind of saying it, but like when you say you do Happily Ever After, you'll love it. Yeah. You're there for 6 days. If you don't have Park Hopper, like you really can only do it
the days
twice.
That you're, if you're doing Magic Kingdom twice.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're there for 6 days, no Park Hopper. Yeah. Twice, maybe. Yeah. 3 times. Like if you're really pushing it, you go to Magic Kingdom 3 times. Like, but you wouldn't on a 6-day trip.
Exactly. You're committing to full days.
Yeah, but then you have the Park Hopper, and like you could you could watch Happily Ever After 4 times. Yeah. Once right at the front of the castle, once a little bit back. Like so, like there's just so many things where if you just absolutely love it, it's your favorite thing, you can do it basically every day you're there.
Yeah, like if you're somebody who really is like, I want to make the most of my money, I want to make sure that I'm getting my money's worth. Yeah. Park Hopper is worth your money. Like it's worth it to spend the little bit extra that you have to spend on the ticket. Like if you're saying to me that, oh, I always buy Genie Plus, I always buy a Lightning Lane, but then you don't get Park Hopper, like I would say I would rather spend my money on Park Hopper than on Genie Plus. Yeah. Like I think that's more worth it.
Because the other thing too is like it's kind of the same point, but you have to plan your whole day around that one park. Yeah. Like you want to see a show, well, you're stuck in that park all day. Also, like, you're locked in.
Also, think about when we went the one day and it was like, we show up at whatever park and it's like just slammed.
Yep.
And then
See ya.
we check our wait times and we say, oh, Epcot's empty, let's go. So then you can go over there. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
it just gives you so much more flexibility and you have so much more of a customizable experience because you can just pick and choose like, oh, want to do this today, that today. It's not like, I'm stuck here. Like, I guess we'll do this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. This is us just basically trying to sell.
We're literally just repeating the same
yeah.
sentences like over and over, but
move on.
it's just, yeah.
It is worth it. And if you haven't tried it, I'd say try it.
Yep. Okay. My third one now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with that the Beauty and the Beast live action film could be better than the animated film.
It could be better. Like it could be better.
Mm-hmm.
Or you mean that you think it is better?
Yeah, like I could rank it better.
The way you said that was like that
it could be a better movie.
It could have been a better movie.
I'm saying like it's better than the animated movie.
That's crazy. I think it's good. Like I definitely think it's one of the top tier live actions, but I don't think it's better than the animated.
It's very good.
I'm also just like a classic person. Like I don't.
So am I, but like I don't know why I like that one so much.
It's interesting. Well, I know why.
What do you mean?
Emma Watson.
Oh my god. Why do you say the only other movie I've watched with her is the Harry Potter movies.
But that's why. That's why you love her.
Yeah.
She's a very good Belle. I'm not denying it. She's very good.
But no, I very much enjoy that live action.
Yeah.
My sister and I both with the live action hot takes.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good one. My next one, this is a slow one too. Kind of like what you're the Animal Kingdom is not a half day park.
Yep.
Listen to me. Animal Kingdom is that park that it is meant to be taken slow. You're not supposed to run through it. Like it's not like Magic Kingdom where you're like, okay, we got to get on this ride and then this ride and then this ride and we got to plan and then this and then this and then this. That's how I used to imagine Animal Kingdom to be.
That's how we did it.
And that's how we used to do it. But it really is meant to be a slower park. You're supposed to stop. You're supposed to look around. You're supposed to see these very, very small little details that Joe Rohde has done to like make this park the park that it is. Like I genuinely think that Animal Kingdom has the best theming in any of the parks. Like just as a whole, like every detail, every pebble in that
Yeah, like cohesively as a full park.
That's what I mean, as
because
a full
I'm saying,
park.
Like
Star Wars is very cool.
And like Andy's Backyard's pretty themed.
They're cool, but I'm just saying like as a whole park, it is
cohesively
just, like,
as a whole park.
Everything is so thought out and like perfectly planned and like just the murals on the walls and the thing. And then, you know, if you go to Animal Kingdom, so many people don't know about the animal trails, like all the different treks that you can do.
We haven't even done them all.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say we've done some of them, but we haven't done all of them. Like you can do all these fun little treks. You can do the Rafiki's Planet Watch, which you get on the little train. You go over there. You can pet some animals. You can draw some animals, some Disney characters. Like
get to
so
see some
fun.
Backstage buildings.
Disney has some of the best food at Animal Kingdom, hands down. Like there's still so many places I still want to try, but it's so hard for me to try because I'm so obsessed with the places that we already regularly eat at. It's so hard.
Actually, taking it all the way back to the fruit waffle, I think that breakfast sandwich at Animal Kingdom might have been the best quick service breakfast meal on property.
That breakfast sandwich
is delicious.
Okay, it's not the best.
For breakfast quick service, what's better?
Good.
Maybe a Ronto wrap?
Yeah.
Ronto wrap, fresh fruit waffle sandwich, and that
But also
sandwich.
remember, there's not a lot of options for breakfast either.
But those three are pretty good.
But the hash browns are.
Anyway,
the hash browns would make it good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so best place for food, like really, like I really think that just the way that people anticipate Animal Kingdom,
it's just different than Disney.
It's because it doesn't have as many rides. That's why.
Yeah.
That's everybody's biggest problem, I think, with Animal Kingdom. And I think that when they do the update of Dino Land and they kind of reimagine that stuff, I really feel like they're probably going to put a couple rides in there, like 2, maybe 3 even.
No.
Well, they'll do the re-theme of Dino, and then they'll probably put 2. That's my guess.
Oh, okay.
But you know, they'll get some more stuff over there to like try and like appease people. Yeah. But it's like I don't think it needs it. I really don't. I really feel like I don't know. I feel like it's not a half day park.
It's a different park than
it's a
the
different
other
pace.
three. Right?
Yeah, like, it's a different pace.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like and that's the biggest thing is that you just have to adjust your pace. Like Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios to me are the ones that you're like running. Like you want to try and get as many things done as possible. You're trying to get one ride done and then the next and then the next and then the next. And then Epcot and Animal Kingdom are those ones that you need to take slow.
Yeah, it's
walk through.
Yeah, it's
enjoy.
almost like those two. There is so much to see.
Yeah,
and the other two there is so much to do.
Yeah, which is, but you need that.
Yeah,
you need to have those moments where you need to go slow, because if you had 4 parks that were like Magic Kingdom that had 40 whatever attractions, like you wouldn't even.
Yeah.
It almost wouldn't even be worth it to go,
it'd be
because exactly it'd be too much.
Yeah.
There has to be that happy medium.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That was a good one.
Thanks.
I like that one.
Thanks, Oz.
I'm gonna break some hearts with this one.
I'm nervous.
That the Country Bears Jamboree is a C tier attraction at best.
C tier at best.
At best.
Yeah, I would agree.
I know you agree, but that's gonna crush some hearts.
See, that's surprising. Like, I just don't. Maybe it's a nostalgia thing, though.
Yeah, it must be.
It's so funny because you're like, I don't give a rat's
booty
boop about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it. People are like, it's a main attraction.
And like even with the retheme, like I don't really care. Like I'll go see it, how it's gonna be like new songs and it's gonna
excited.
be like interesting, but like I don't really care.
Yeah. Hey, it's a show you didn't fall asleep at, actually.
Facts.
So, hey, it's top tier in that case.
I guess so. Well,
hey, maybe that's your favorite show.
It's definitely not.
It's the first one you've stayed awake for, my friend. No, that's actually pretty funny. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's kind of whatever. Yeah. And I'm a Frontierland girlie. Like, I love Frontierland. Frontierland's my favorite.
You'd much rather walk through that pin shop for 30 minutes than watch that show for 30 minutes.
100%. 100%. 100%. Okay. This one. I think that meeting characters as an adult is incredibly awkward and uncomfortable.
Yep.
Okay? Listen to this.
Well,
this is my hot take.
Yeah.
This is how I feel. But yeah, okay, go.
No, I was just going to say, I think meeting face characters is incredibly awkward and uncomfortable.
Well, yeah.
Like
face characters
costume characters
is worse than
costume characters are like fine. Like it's not awkward. You might just feel a little like silly doing it, but I think it's fine.
Yeah.
That's how I feel anyways.
Yeah. No, I think it's awkward. And listen to me. Okay, listen to me. I am the biggest fan of my friends, okay? I support my friends.
Oh, yeah.
I shout out my friends. I watch every single vlog that all my friends put up that post Disney content, okay? Listen to me. I don't care who you are, okay? I don't care who you are. I will fast forward through any character interaction every single time. I cannot watch them.
Gives you anxiety.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies. It feels like cockroaches are crawling on my skin. Like trying to watch how people talk to characters. I can't. And I'm sure you're having a great time.
Oh yeah. Well, and we've done it too.
I can't.
Like we've met characters too.
Yeah, that's why I don't film it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I'll do it, but I don't feel comfy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't know. It makes me so uncomfortable. And like it was funny. Like I saw there was somebody who, because I'm trying not to expose anybody. There was somebody who said a similar thing in our hot takes, but it was after we had recorded the episode.
Oh, okay.
But she said like sit down, like character breakfasts or character meals are better because at least you have whatever. And I 100% agree. Like I don't find character dining awkward at all.
That's the best way to meet characters. Which is
so funny. Like I don't find it awkward because it's just like very simple. It's up to them. They can totally just be like, hey, take a picture and then see you later. And then you can eat,
You're not waiting 45 minutes in a line to have a conversation with the
lead up to meeting a character is so awkward. Like you're standing there with like freaking children, and it's just like when we stood to wait, we met. It was Mickey. Was it just Mickey? No, Mickey and Minnie in their like 50th
Yeah.
attire. Like standing and waiting for that was just like so. I don't know. It was just whatever. It is what it is. Like everybody's gonna. Like,
Hey, and if you love it, then you love it, right?
And
like
we still do it. Like I'm not judging you if you
No,
do it at
no.
all. Like I am not. And if you have fun while you're doing it, I wish I was you. Like I wish that I could fully, wholeheartedly just like enjoy myself.
Yeah.
But there is just a part of me that just gives me the cringe, and then especially just watching it online. My guys, oh my gosh, I am just telling you, I cannot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how comfortable you look in front of the character.
Yeah.
It makes it worse. It makes it worse.
Yeah. No, I
like
feel
when
that.
I watch, like I'm gonna call him out because he's big enough. Like Tim Tracker. Like when Tim Tracker meets characters, I can't. Like like the way that he's able to talk to characters, I'm just like,
yeah, because he's very good at talking. Like
is.
he makes it very like normal and
He's
like comfortable.
He's like, hey Mickey, like whatever, and he's like vlogging while he's doing it,
Yeah.
and I'm just like,
yeah, yeah,
I can't.
yeah. It's obviously it's totally different if there's like a kid involved.
Yeah.
But
also, like, I'm just a shy person, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not one to... And it's funny because, like, I did drama growing up. Like, I know how to improv. I know all these things, right? I talk to my camera, like, you know, stuff like this. There is just something about walking up to, like... like, Pluto and being like, hey, Pluto, you want to scratch under the chin? Like, I can't imagine, because really I can't get over, like, or even when my dad went to Tokyo Disney and he sent pictures of him like meeting Mr. and Mrs. Incredible, I was just like, I'm just imagining what he's saying to these characters. I'm just like, I can't. Like, it's so embarrassing.
Those poor cast members.
Yes, that's exactly what I think. And like, yeah, without trying to like break the magic, it's like, oh my god, Dad, like, get your hands off. It's just so, I don't know why I get so embarrassed. It's like the pure embarrassment of it in person, and then it's the secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah.
It's just all of it. So any of you guys all know I watch literally so many Disney vlogs and all my friends.
You literally will.
But I will forever fast forward through you guys.
You will search
characters.
far and wide for a Disney vlog you haven't watched.
Yeah.
Like that's how many you watch.
Yeah.
But every time.
And it doesn't matter who you are.
Nope.
I promise you, I have fast forwarded through you meeting characters.
Yep.
But keep posting them.
Oh,
I'm sure there's people out there that like it. It's one of those things for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and my final hot take I have for this evening is that I am not at all interested in trying a turkey leg.
That's so... You have just made that my mission to get a turkey leg now for you to try.
Like, I would try it.
Yeah.
But, like, I would never go buy it. Like,
yeah,
if
we're in the parks, you're not saying...
Like if
turkey leg
like,
number one
if,
on my list.
if we were with someone and they left for 5 minutes and got a turkey leg and brought it over, like I would try it.
Yeah.
And they were like, "You want to try?" Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a 0% chance like I would go through the effort to go and get one.
Okay.
It just seems like just way too much effort for a snack to walk around in that hot sweltering park, and it's gonna get the juices everywhere. Like it just like I don't need to do it.
I got to get my mom to find the picture of me as like a whatever
for
8-year-old
with all those things happening, with
what?
Just juice dripping
and it's
just
like I have this just meat stick in my hand.
I just can't go through.
I feel like turkey legs used to be way popular back in the day, because I remember like when we went, people everywhere were eating the turkey legs. Like that was like the thing. And now I feel like it's less, but maybe it's just because Disney has like had more, like they get better food now.
Yeah.
But I remember like the turkey leg was the thing. Like we got it multiple times.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
And the three of us split it.
I just have no interest.
Yeah.
It just seems like way too much effort.
I really do feel like we have to try it on the next trip.
Well, that's what, like,
I really do feel like
that's the thing. Like, it's not like I'm sure I would like it.
I think you would. Those things are salty though. Holy hell, they are salty. They are salty.
Anyways, I'm sure that there's going to be some hate towards that hot take right there, because I know that's like a quintessential like classic Disney snack.
Yeah, I feel like a turkey leg is actually one of those things that people love to hate. Like I think a
possible.
lot of people do be like, that's so gross.
Mm-hmm.
But man, don't knock till you try it.
I'm not knocking it. Like,
no, I know.
Like I said, like I probably would like it, but the effort that it
To
would go,
go
like I just
get
thinking about it, it's just no,
That's fair.
no.
That's fair.
Yeah. So there you go.
Nice. Okay, my last Disney hot take. This is supposedly my best one.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Moderate resorts are not worth it. Do not go to a moderate resort. Either do value or do deluxe.
Mm-hmm.
That's my hot take.
Yep.
And I think people are going to be upset with this because they're going to be like, there's such a price jump between moderate and deluxe. I don't think that there is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that for what you get to stay at a deluxe resort, 1,000% makes more sense. Like if you're looking at it from a price standard, if you're like, I want
value per dollar.
Yeah, value per dollar. It is more if you're trying to save money, just go value.
Yeah.
Just go for a value.
Yeah.
Don't do a moderate. Don't be like, well, I don't really want to stay at a value. Like I want the experience of staying at a moderate. Don't. There is no benefit to staying at a moderate. You don't get extra hours in the parks. You don't get extra bonuses. The only park that or the only the only moderate resort that has extra transportation is Caribbean Beach. Mm-hmm. Like you don't get that's extra like, bonus of like having a like parks really close to you for most cases.
Yeah. Or a savannah in the case of Animal Kingdom.
And then you don't get the benefit of having like a cheap room.
Yeah.
If you're not staying at a value.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
And the way that they're one other moment. The other thing is that like people are like, oh well, the moderates are themed way better. Like I don't think so. Like I feel like the exact same type and dedication of theming goes into the values as it does to the moderates.
Yeah. Yeah. Like unless like there's a specific resort that you want to stay at, like for whatever reason, like if you really want to stay at Caribbean Beach.
I just mean like for the value.
For the value, like if there is a specific resort, obviously you're going to stay there because that's where you want to stay. But if you're looking at it, like you said, like this trip, we want to spend a little bit more in a hotel because we think that we want to have a nicer experience. Like go just take like if you're already willing to spend the extra $200, like I don't know how much more like. I feel like
values are like
up the like
we should
the
have looked
numbers.
It up. But like let's say values are like $110 a night.
What value are you staying at?
Pop Century.
110.
Yeah. What is it?
It's like double that.
Oh. Well, anyways,
pretty sure.
I feel like moderates end up being like $200 a night more than values.
Okay.
And then I would say probably deluxes are probably like $250 more than moderates. So if you're already willing to spend the extra on the if you can. I'm not okay, now I'm going to sound like I'm like you might as well just spend an extra $450 a night. Okay, I'm not trying to sound like that. I'm just saying like if you're like in my eyes.
No, I know what you're trying to say. It's just like it's one of those tough things where it's like if somebody does just have an extra $500.
So then I'm saying save it and go to a value.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, just like if you're like I can't afford to do the deluxe, but I want to stay nicer, I'd say don't even worry about it. Save your money. Go to a value.
Yeah.
Spend that money on something else. Go have a nice dinner. Go. Do an experience.
Saying it that I think that's a better way to say it, and I do agree. Yeah, that's what you were trying to say.
Yeah.
And I couldn't think of the best way to say it either, but that's the way right there.
And then if you're wanting to have a better, if you're wanting to have a more deluxe experience, a nicer resort, whatever, then I would say like if you can fees it financially, do the deluxe.
Yeah, or save that money and then next time maybe you can do that deluxe experience. Yeah, I like that way you said it.
Yeah.
Because I think that the extra money you would spend from value to moderate, that extra cash can go a lot further in other places.
Yeah.
So no, I do agree.
Yeah.
Because really, like, especially if you're staying at Pop, like, you're staying at a value, you get the extra transportation, the rooms are all renovated. Like, Pop is...
You can see the freaking fireworks from your room.
Yeah, like, where are you going to want to stay that's moderate, that you're going to get more value out of? Like,
Yeah.
Caribbean Beach, you get the same transportation, but, like, nowhere else, none of the other moderates, you're getting any...
Yeah. You only other moderate that has that has the extra transportation is Riverside or French Quarter, or maybe both. That has the boat to Disney Springs.
Yeah.
Whoopee.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like, yeah, I do agree that difference in the price can go a lot further in other ways.
Yeah.
If you're not totally set on staying at a certain specific resort.
Yeah.
Or you just take that, put it away. Next time you go down, maybe you use it and stay at a deluxe.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because the perks for the deluxes are
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
Like, even the little bit extra hours you can go in the parks.
The 2 extra hours at night that you get.
Like, that alone makes such a big difference for other things we were talking about. If you're going on a shorter trip and you want to make sure you get done all of those high priority attractions, that extra time, like, you're going to get to do at least one or two of those attractions for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that, yeah, the better, I think that's the best way to say it, the way that you did. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I got there.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it's like it's always a weird topic when you're talking about,
and it's financial too, right?
Pricing out vacations and, you know, how much,
what you're willing to spend.
What's worth it.
Yeah.
Because everything's worth it different to everybody, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah.
But no, I agree.
But that's what I mean. If you're more like trying and be like, oh, I want to save money, like, I would just say just stay at a value. Like, they're just as good.
And if you want to splurge,
then
stay at the value and go to an extra dinner or an extra lunch.
Yeah.
Or bump it up to the deluxe.
Yeah. Or do like 2 nights at a deluxe and then the rest of your time at a value. Like, you know.
Split stays are going to be more of a thing, I think, for us, like, coming in the future. Like, we had that, we did a split stay on our last trip.
Yeah.
And it was great. Like, I didn't have any complaints about it. It's not that much of a...
The complaint I had was that we went from a deluxe to a value. I would switch it.
We should have done it backwards.
Yeah, we should have done the value first and then stayed
at the deluxe. That is one thing, if you are thinking about doing that, for sure. Because you do go back to the value and you're kind of like, oh, darn. Like, it was nice having these other perks.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Beauty.
I was going somewhere with that, but I just totally went like this.
Went right over your head, lost it.
And now I got nothing.
That's all right. Yeah, hey, that's our hot takes. I didn't think this was going to last as long as it did, if I'm honest with you. So we didn't have that many. And I was like, I don't know how long we'll be able to talk about these for, but we did pretty good.
You were pretty emotional at the beginning.
I think I'm just awake. I think filming at 7:30 at night is like, I'm more awake than like,
you're wired from the day.
8 a.m. on a Sunday.
No, remember, it's like 1:20.
Yeah, 1 p.m. But on a Sunday, I'm like, it's Sunday. I'm just chilling. Today I'm wired.
Okay, we're rambling now. We're going to let everybody go.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching the podcast. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to rate and review it on your podcast listening platforms. Again, you can watch the podcast on YouTube at Magically Katelyn, and you can listen to the podcast on Apple. Spotify. No, but what's it called? Apple Podcasts. That's what I'm trying to say. Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Yep. You can find us online at Instagram at Magically Aussie and at Magically Katelyn. I almost said Magically Kately. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everywhere you can find us.
Mike.Magic Podcast on Instagram.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Is our podcast page. So we just did our hot takes. Last episode was your hot takes, and that is where the responses came from, is our podcast Instagram. So if you're not already, make sure you give that a follow if you want to be involved in future episodes.
Yeah.
Awesome. And also leave us some comments based on what you think about our hot takes and how crazy we are. And if you didn't get a chance to submit your hot take, throw them in the comments and we'll maybe see some other ones that we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah. And, you know, you can slander us, but don't like still be respectful. Like I'm
Oh,
giving
I
you
don't care.
I'm giving you permission to like
I was a
tell me
savage.
tell me that we're wrong.
I was
but
a
just
savage.
be respectful, okay?
You can bring the heat on me.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Austin can take it. I'm sensitive.
Yes, that is true.
Okay, well, anyways, thank you guys again so much for listening, and we hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.